Ready? Assalamu alaikum and good morning to everyone who is watching live right now. This is exclusive behind the scenes of the Bangladesh Dinner Party 2020 takeaway version. And as you can see, today is the 28th of August 2020, and tomorrow is the actual dinner party. So those who've got your tickets, paid for it, make sure you're ready to pick up tomorrow, inshallah, on time and with your social distancing arrangements, of course. You probably can see some of the ingredients that's going to is behind the cooking that's happening. We're going to bring you some exclusive coverage now. So whoever and wherever you're watching from, once again, salam alaikum. This is Yahya, especially on behalf of Bangladesh Regeneration Trust UK, BRT UK. Wherever you're watching from, enjoy it. We are going to find out more about some of the dishes that are coming up tomorrow. I've deliberately chosen to come to a location. There are three locations for the cooking. One is in West London, one is in East, and one slightly outside London. And I've chosen to come to outside London because some of the dishes being cooked here, to me, are the main dishes of the various 10 dishes I believe that's going to be on offer. And you obviously have chosen 5, and rice is the 6th one. So what you can see here is mustard seeds, and this one is part of a very special dish that has been chosen by you in this 2020 lockdown Bangladesh dinner party takeaway style. So let me take this away and bring you to some of the action that's happening here. Where you can see one of the chefs, not only chef, I suppose, he's an important part of the team. And a lot of people you probably don't see usually because they're working hard and behind the scenes. You know, we might not be able to name all of them, but they are as important as anyone else on this screen at this moment in time. Okay, যারা দেখরা স্পেশালি বাংলাদেশ তো নতুন কেউ দেখে থাকুন তে সবাইরে আমরা ওয়েলকাম করাম বাংলাদেশ রিজেনারেশন ট্রাস্ট ইউকে বিআরটি ইউকে এর পক্ষ থেকে বাংলাদেশ ডিনার পার্টি 2020 টেক ওয়ে স্টাইলে খাইলকে হইব এই ডিনারের আয়োজন। কিন্তু আজকে যে রান্নাও বিশেষ করে যারা এটা অর্গানাইজ করেন প্রত্যেক বছর এবং এটার মাধ্যমে ফান্ডরেজিং হয়, উন্নয়ন কাজের লাগি বাংলাদেশের বিভিন্ন প্রজেক্ট হলে বেনিফিট করেন। আজকে আমরা কিতা করছি, আমরা ডিসাইড করছি যে একটু আন্ডারকভার আইয়া দেখতাম যে খাইলকে যে খাওয়া দাওয়া করানি হইবা এর পিছনে কিরকম পরিশ্রম যায়। ওই দৌকা ইনোর মাঝে দুইজন ভদ্রলোক সকল আছেন, তারা একবার শুরু করছেন আজকে সকাল 6টা তনে, সরি 6টা কিতা হয় অ্যাবাউট 2টা, সকাল 2টা তনে আরম্ভ করছেন। 2টা তাই গাড়ি চালাইয়া গেছেন মাছ বাজার, একটা বড় মাছের মার্কেট উদ্দেশ্য লন্ডন, খুব ঐতিহাসিক একটা বিলিংস গেট ফিশ মার্কেট কইতারে হন গিয়া বিশেষ কিছু মাছ আনা লাগছে, বিশেষ করে ম্যাক্রুল একটা ফিশ যেটা খুব পপুলার এই অঞ্চল এবং আমরা বাংলাদেশি বইনকলে এটা পছন্দ করেন এবং ইটারে বিভিন্ন রকমের খাওয়ার পথ বার করছেন। একটা হইলো বড় একটা হইলো যে ম্যাক্রুল চাটনি একটা রকম আমি দেখাইছিলাম। দিস ইজ ম্যাক্রুলটা ফ্রাই করা হয়েছে তেলরে নিজানিওর। So this is mackerel that has been fried. The oil has been taken out. It's been rinsed. So eventually you go into a mix to make what's known as the mackerel chutney. I can't wait for it, although it's quite a few hours away. This is what I showed you earlier on. Oidoka, shorisha, Bangladesh oita oile ekta মানে very renowned item. Bangladesh এটার লাগি খুব বড় একটা পরিচয় আছে, বিশেষ করে সরিষার তেল, মাস্টার্ড অয়েল যেটা আমরা উদ্দেশ্য করি আর কি, এবং মাস্টার্ড অয়েল দিয়ে কত জিনিস করা যায়, ইভেন মানুষের দেশও তারা শরীরেও লাগায়। খুব দূরত্ব নেই পাই বিগত কয়েক বছর ধরে তার হেল্প করা আছে। ও দেখো আমরা ই বাইলেও মাতিব, কিন্তু এর আগে আমি আরো একটু বই আই ডিস্টার্ব করতাম চাই না, এখানে তারা রান্না করা that cooking, so I don't want to disturb them a lot, but I just want to you know, like I promised you, I'm going to go behind the scenes, and we are here live behind the scene in a special location. You know, all the table is spread, all the preparation work has gone. There is 3 dishes I believe that has been cooked here, but let me bring you close up. I know I'm not going to get very close because he's cooking, but it's none other than our big brother, who is one of the main architects behind this whole initiative with him. Is a wonderful team from all parts of the UK and in particular different parts of London. Salam Bhai is here. Salam alaikum Salam Bhai. Alhamdulillah Salam Bhai, kita khobor? How's it going Salam Bhai? সব কিছু রেডি নেই খালকু লাগে আজকে মাছ বাজারও বলে গেছে বিলিং গেট মার্কেটও
I went to Billing Gate at 3 o'clock in the morning.
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা মাশাআল্লাহ
Fresh mackerel.
বেশি কিউ আসেন নিবা
There's about 500 people there.
Yeah.
500 মানুষ আসলা আর আমরা কিউর মধ্যে পুরা 90 মিনিট 1.5 ঘন্টা খাওয়া লাগছে
আচ্ছা তে
before we got inside.
তে 1.5 ঘন্টা খাওয়ার বাদে কি তো ফায়দা হইছে নিতে
Yes. Fresh mackerel তো ফ্রেশ আইছে
Yeah.
আর এই সল হইছে আমরা বড় বড় ইসা কুনফোন গুলা হবা লাগি তো গুলা হলো আরো ভালো আর আমরা মানে mackerel তো দিছি
আপনারা mackerel চাটনি করবা না কি তা
mackerel চাটনি করব yes
মাশাআল্লাহ
mackerel চাটনি করব গোয়াল মাছ বিরাল করব বিরাল মাছ করব মাছ বিরাল আর একটা
very important dish এটা না হলে don't চাটনি না
মানে most favorite most popular dish বিশেষ করে ব্রিটিশ বাংলাদেশি মাঝে আমরা হলো হিদোর চাটনি
আচ্ছা so মানে সবচেয়ে top of the list of the Bangladeshi dinner party is হিদোর চাটনি
every year it gets voted the most popular dish
সুবহানাল্লাহ দেখো কত প্রত্যেক বছর হিদোর চাটনি হইলো মানে একবারে উফরে আজওয়ালা মানুষের যেখানে কোনটা খাইতে চাই আপনারা প্রিয় খাবার কোনটা হিদোর চাটনি সবে ভোট করছেন তো ইফিরা এই মেনুর ভিতরে হিদোর চাটনি so ইফিরা মেনু কিটা আছে what's on the menu for this year's 2020 dinner party
normally আমরা কিটা করি I do 30 different dishes every year so 30 dishes করি and this year because I'm going to take away menu for them we'll only be doing 10 dishes
আচ্ছা
so শুধু 10টা প্রোগ্রাম ঠিক আছে 10টার মধ্যে সবচেয়ে কম হইলো I'll tell you সবচেয়ে কম হইলো হিদোর চাটনি yeah এর বাদে প্রন গুনা
okay
এর বাদে সিনা গুনা অপরাধী লতা লতা কুচিরা সেটা tomato botta what else is there mas biran obviously the jol mas biran what else aro kita aro দুইটা আছে দেবা but there's 10 in total
acha so in the dinner party tomorrow takeaway style there are 10 dishes ওই দোকা মাতুলরে fry করাইছে ভাজা করাইছে তখন এটা basically you're rinsing the oil out
I'm taking the oil out as much as possible
okay তাহলে কোন তেল রাখলে মজা বেশি
না but too much তেল
but something like it ঠিক না
something like it basically to is and not only that it's not good for you
yeah
যদি মাছর তেল থাকতো এটা
ডাইরেক্টলি মাছর তেল থাকলে ঠিক আছে মানে এটা তো আলাদা তেল লাগানি হয়
ভেজিটেবল লাগানি হইছে ভেজিটেবল লাগানি হইছে it's not
আচ্ছা ইনো একটা কথা হইছে আপনি খুব সুন্দর একটা কথা বলেছেন সালাম ভাই প্রায় সময় দেখা যায় আমরা কমিউনিটির মাঝে বহুত জিনিস আমরা রান্না করি যে দলটা মাংস মাঝে ফ্যাট আছে তো ফ্যাটের মধ্যে অটোমেটিকলি কিছু তেল থাকে কিন্তু আমরা এটারে গুরুত্বটা অতটা দেই না we think that it needs a lot of oil to get the job done
no
even with fish মাছের মধ্যে তো some of the best oil is in the fish
yes absolutely you don't need that much oil to cook something আর বুনা যদি করো the only reason the oil is there is really to burn the spices
yeah
how these spices there's a like lagi kitchen everything else can cook within the heat গরম যে যেটা আছে মানে
যথেষ্ট গরমে না
হান্ডির মধ্যে যে গরম আছে এটা কুক করে সবটা so really you're not frying the meat you're not frying the thing you're cooking the stuff but the only thing the oil is doing is frying these spices to make sure the balance is good you know right so what I need to do now is
no problem so okay Ismail Ali okay is that Chef Abdul Rabb yeah we're going to come to him soon I'm not sure if you're going to call him a chef I think he deserves it I think he's bigger than that now yeah
আমি কথা বলছি yeah so come down for you yeah be honest with you আমি Bangladesh dinner party without this brother I really and without him and a few others
yeah
আমরা Bangladesh party dinner
that's the core soldiers and they're the main front liners mashallah Mohyuddin আমি আছি Aminul Islamer Chachatto Bhai okay Mohyuddin thank you Mohyuddin Bhai for being with us live at this time we're going to be going on to the 29th of August very soon actually because probably in about 20 minutes let's come to this wonderful man who's come all the way from the city of Birmingham I believe Baltikram join kora lagi. Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Salam.
How are you?
Not too bad.
How's it going?
Just doing the dishes.
MashaAllah. Just doing the dishes.
With
No,
fish
no.
in it. With the fish in it.
Okay, so tell us exactly
So
what
basically,
you're doing.
this is gualmas or type of catfish.
Yep.
All I'm doing is just making it. Just,
Oops, sorry. Beg your
right,
pardon.
we're just gonna clean it up, let it drain, and then spice it up. Ready to fry tomorrow.
Okay. So,
And this is the best fish to fry.
okay. Why do you say that? Why do you say
Tastes the
gual is
best.
the best? Huh?
Tastes the best.
Some people will say,
No.
no, this is only in Sylhet that it tastes the best.
No. This is what we decide.
Okay. So this is one of the choices of
Yeah, so
the Bangladeshi dinner party as
I
well.
think,
Does
yeah.
this one make it in the list every year?
No.
No. So
We-
this year,
This is the next year. We had a fungus.
Yeah.
But the fungus was too oily.
Mm.
Era group was roe mass, but the problem with roe is beshi safra lage.
Yeah, you have to make
like
it.
2 ঘন্টা
Yeah.
Safari safra
Gual is
this
very,
is
very
easy.
easy.
Very
Easy,
and it tastes the
easy
best.
and tasty, especially when you have the fried onions with
Onions,
it.
that's the one.
Yeah,
That's the one.
Definitely. So, how many gualmas have you got there?
I think so about 3 total. Wow,
5 gualmas.
Yeah. Extra hand slice.
100 slices. So, how many people have booked for the takeaways tomorrow?
Exactly 150.
150 জন মানুষে বুকিং দিছেন আগামী কালকে টেকওয়ে আইয়া নিবা এই বাংলাদেশি ডিনার পার্টি 2020 তনে কোভিডের কারণে লকডাউনের কারণে একটা ফাংশন হিসাবে প্রোগ্রাম হিসাবে বইয়া খাওয়ার অ্যারেঞ্জমেন্ট নাই এটা আইয়া তারা লইয়া যাইতে বা গরো গিয়া ফ্যামিলি বন্ধু বান্ধবরে লইয়া খাইতে পারবা কি সো already all the tickets are booked and already all of them have gone and it's all going to a good cause. It's to support education out in Bangladesh, especially students who are highly talented but financially very poorly. So alhamdulillah, it's a great thing that this year's dinner party is doing, is supporting an effort with BRT UK Bangladesh Regeneration Trust for this important cause. We will talk a bit more about that, but let's come back to this wonderful man who's washing gualmas basically. Is that the most gualmas you've actually washed in your life?
Probably, yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
And the pieces have been cut really to an equal size, and that's not
really
easy
important,
to
and you'll get nice and crispy.
do. Yeah. And you also like
There's nothing worse than soggy muscular.
Yeah, that's right. আমরা জানি আপনারা যারা বাংলাদেশ তো দেখরা আপনারা যেলা খাইতা পারেন ইলা আসলে আমরা সব সময় মিলে না যে ডাইরেক্টলি একটা গোয়াল মারা হইছে এবং ওটার এবার নিয়া রান্না করো অথবা ধরে লোক আপনারা মেইন বাজারও গিয়া মাছের বাজারও গিয়া ফ্রেশ জিনিস সকল চিন্তা করে এরপরেও আমরা আলহামদুলিল্লাহ যেহেতু আমরা দেশের লোক একটা টান আছে একটা পরিচয় আছে আমরা মা বাপ মুরব্বী সকলের মাধ্যমে আমরা এই পরিচয়টা পাইছি ওই দোকান মাছের একটু রং দেখো কা ওয়াও
Very high quality.
Mashallah.
Like that. Really beautiful.
I tell you what I like gualmas with the Abdurrabbai. You know Birun Bat. Sticky rice.
Do you know what?
You don't like it?
Sticking point for me.
Why?
I don't like it.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't.
Huh?
For me, it's got to be plain rice.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like
Oh
it.
wow.
My mom, when I first got married, my mother-in-law gave me
Yeah.
a lot of it.
This
I didn't like it until
That's what it is. It's memories, bro.
Ito yung had that one good
But it took me about 1 year to tell them I didn't like it.
Yeah, but you like it আপনার কোয়া ও তো সরম করছে
Then I had to get a divorce after that. No,
Yeah, babi তাই babi দেখলা না so that's fine. আচ্ছা So what do you do outside of this মানে আজকে রাত পাক্কা কষ্ট করিয়া আইছন সময় দিরা কালকেও দিরা বাট আপনি নরমালি আপনার নরমাল ডেইলি লাইফে কি তা করেন
Normally teaching.
ওকে সো আপনি একজন মাস্টার শিক্ষক
Yes.
আপনি প্রাইমারি না
Secondary.
আচ্ছা কতদিন ধরে আপনি টিচিং করাতে
September 23 বছর
23 years মাশাআল্লাহ more than 2 decades আর আপনি অরিজিনালি কি তা লন্ডনের মানুষ না লন্ডনের বারা মানুষ
লন্ডনের ভিতরে একেবারে ভিতরে জন্ম
হয়েছিল লন্ডনের ভিতরে
born with some Stepney Green
আচ্ছা okay so from the heart of the east
proper Cockney
of London মাশাআল্লাহ
out of sound of both bells
লন্ডনের বারা আপনি কতদিন ধরে
10 বছর
10 বছর লন্ডনে টিচিং করিয়া গেছেন আপনি না কি
10 বছর হচ্ছে
লন্ডনের টিচিং আর লন্ডনের বারা টিচিং কি তা সিমিলার লাগে
similar not different really
স্টুডেন্টস সকল সিমিলার
similar
আচ্ছা
similar to big cities similar
do your students know that you get up to something like this
yes
they do
I've cooked for my pupils in school
what these kind of dishes
yes they've eaten I've had English children eating hakor and chicken
Oh, wow.
and things like that
mashallah
I did like cookery classes for them
fantastic
One of the coolest teachers around.
very good mashallah so tell me something then
gone.
At home, আপনি তো ইনো লাগে যে এই যেভাবে খাস করা লাগে যে
This is
সুবহানাল্লাহ গরম মাঝে কুকিং ওলা আপনি রেগুলার করেন
yes.
আসলে গরুর ভিতরে রিয়ালিটি কি একটু খোক আছে
This is the reality.
Huh?
I do know the cooking. Right?
This is the reality. That means Bobby's living the fantasy where you're actually
She's a very lucky woman.
mashallah mashallah she probably didn't know that
আমার ঘরে হেয়া বাঘ বড় বিলাই
আচ্ছা মানে কিতা হইন বা যে ইংলিশ একটা কথা আছে when the cat's away the mouse starts to play so ওহন যে তাই মানে বিলাই বহুত দূর করে উন্দরে খুব ফালাফালি করতে পারে mashallah mashallah so you were doing it last year
Yes.
as well okay so
And
the year before so what made you attract to an event like this what attracted you to an event like this
There's a couple of things really. Food, obviously.
Yeah.
Bangladeshi tradition, and also helping
course.
lesser
fortunate people in Bangladesh I suppose yeah
That's it really.
acha acha
So it can be more than one objective.
so this is your third experience
Yes, right.
and this is the third live experience actually so have you always come the night before to actually
Well, I
take
think-
part in cooking
I think so. No,
Yeah.
this is the last year I did it, and
And
the year before. Yeah, so this is the third year.
You came and stayed here
Yeah, yeah.
that year though
Ismail Ali Hokogan good to see you thank you for joining us mashallah great to see you so tell me out of all the dishes that are in tomorrow
Yeah.
which one is your favorite dish which one are you really
Oh,
really
I'm gonna
looking
be
forward
honest.
to
I'm gonna be honest, and it's not just because I'm washing it, and it's because of secret
washing
blessings.
must be that isn't it
This is the magic touch. you
Yeah.
know. It is this.
It is the magic touch.
It is this.
that is going to be the winner is it
It is.
inshallah to be honest I'm a big goal fan myself I love গোয়াল ফান আপনারা যারা দেখরা গোয়াল মাছের বিষয় আমরা যেহেতু সিলেটের ভিতরে গোয়াল মাছের ভালো একটা জায়গা হইলো জগন্নাথপুরের বাজারও ডাইরেক্টলি মাছ মানে দৌড়লে আওয়ার মাছ অথবা নদীর মাছ আইয়া জগন্নাথপুর বা আরতো উঠে আর হন্তনে গিয়া যারা পারই ই সাইডও লাগি ডাইরেক্টলি গিয়া আমার মনে আছে 2000 কিতাবা 2000 let me see 2009 আমি গিয়া দুইটা গোয়াল মাছ লইছি আব্দুর রব ভাই
Yeah.
from the bazaar
Wow.
but কিতা হইছে পাইকারি বেচে হোলসেলার হোলসেলারও জায়গা মানুষের নৌকা লইয়া আর কি মাইমলকের যারা বেচে
Exactly.
নৌকার ভিতরে গোয়ালেও না লড়ে
Wow.
ওলা লড়ে আর আমি অন্তরে দুইটা গোয়াল লইছি for I think it was about 110 pounds worth so
That's
about
amazing.
11,000 টাকা আর কি
That's
দুইটা
what
গোয়াল।
life is about.
Subhanallah. And I still remember, of course. Mumin Ali is watching. Why are you cooking so late? Let me see if Salam Bhai can give us an answer on that one. Why are you cooking so late?
because we can
Because he can. He's not disturbing anyone. And I think the house is empty.
Yep.
Just himself, Abdul Bhai, and myself and another brother who's here.
and the cat
Muhammad,
হাসা কথা কই রাজ্য খামজায় রয়
in the night it's easier to
well
work.
it's not that in the night it's just রাজ্য খামজায় so during the day we spend most of the day shopping today so রান্নার খুব ভালো সময় রয়েছে
Muhammad Abdullah is saying Friday night is always a busy night in the curry business.
yeah that's it
This is more than the curry business, mate. This is
মোহাম্মদ আব্দুল্লাহ কইতে তাই ইয়া সাহায্য করি না
oh, Muhammad Abdullah, where are you?
না কুতাই দেখ
Oh, ওখান তো খালি নাক কোনটা নিত বলে সালাম ভাই হইরা একটু টিস্যু লাগাইও তোকে ভালো হইবে কালকে তো একটু হেল্প করবা মুমিন আলী oh okay very good thank you for your comment Mumin Ali keep those comments coming in Bangladeshi dinner party 2020 takeaway happening tomorrow in the heart of East London Stifford Centre in Stepney those who have booked 150 people all the tickets are gone the food has been ordered 5 dishes and rice all of it going towards a good cause any of you who've got extra funds that you've raised get in touch with Salam Jones and donate it towards this cause which is supporting Bangladeshi students who are highly talented but financially very deprived with BRT UK Bangladeshi Generation Trust. Are you taking any Just Eat orders? Are you taking any Just Eat orders, Salam Bhai?
yes the number is 0786 786 786
There you go.
right
That's the Just Eat order number.
I'd just like to add one thing to you.
Yeah, please, tell us.
While my fish is frying.
so we organise the Bangladeshi dinner party every year now.
That's right.
Part of the key behind the Bangladeshi dinner party itself is to help charities that are based and working in Bangladesh.
Right.
So part of the reason why we do the party is to raise our culture, or to promote our culture through our cuisine.
Right.
But I'm also mentioning
That's right.
First and foremost, we should help our own.
Charity begins at
So
home.
charity begins at home, and for me, home is Bangladesh. For you, home is Bangladesh.
That's right.
And no matter where we live, home always in Bangladesh. I'm not Bengali, so I'm not from party. I'm not Bangladesh. Charity, organizations back home, Sylhet, Dhaka, Kushtia, Tangal, wherever it is.
That's
we
right.
should try and help our own.
Definitely.
All right. And that's
Definitely.
the reason why we're supporting BRT UK this year.
Thank you very much, Salam bhai. খুব important একটা জিনিস কইছেন, those who are watching, that basically this not only is about eating, but it's connected to a very important cause, and the cause is out in Bangladesh. So each year, the dinner party that's hosted, whatever funds are raised, during it, even just slightly after it, and some before it, all of that together goes towards a cause out in Bangladesh. And this year is going to a cause facilitated by a very important British Bangladeshi-led charity, which is BRT UK Bangladesh Regeneration Trust, and it's for their SIP program, which is Student Investment Program, and this is to support highly talented students, yet very poor. So Mumin Ali said, mashallah, keep up the good work. Definitely, I think these guys here are doing a very important thing for us. Abu Umair, thanks, Salam Jones. Abu Umair, let me show you this. This is, for me, this is so attractive. Look at this. Let me see if I can, yeah. That's the mackerel, yeah? Have a look at that. Let me bring it close to you. This is what's going to go, for those who have already ordered this food, inshallah, it's going to go in to your system. And through that, you're going to benefit. Students, look at that. Oh, more oil being rinsed. You can hear it, the sizzling. MashaAllah. Undani, আপনারা যারা দেখরা, দা হুনতা হরবা। এই যে বিরানো হইছে, বাজো হইছে, তেল দাঁড়ানোর, এরপরে কিন্তু এখানে করিয়া mackerel chutney বানানি হইব, অথবা মাছের chutney. Acha, let me find out more about the mackerel chutney actually. Salam bhai, this is one of the dishes that people have chosen.
Yeah.
Mackerel chutney, what? একটা বালা mackerel chutney তৈলে কিটা লাগে?
The key to a mackerel chutney is
Laifata.
The key.
Acha, mustard leaves.
No, not mustard leaves. Laifata is not mustard leaves.
Okay, there you
It's
go.
a very big
No, that's it. So deliberately now you can clarify this.
Okay. Mustard leaves is hoiron fata.
Huiror.
Hoiron fata.
Sorishar fata.
Yes, hoiron fata and mustard leaves and laifata are actually very similar,
but not the same.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you can really,
wow.
And the nearest that I've come to translating laifata, I would say that it is the leaf of a radish-like vegetable.
Acha.
Not radish,
no.
But similar to the radish family.
Mani the family to mula salgoma family. Acha.
So it's not hoiron. But if you don't have laifata, like we don't, obviously season now.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing for the last 2 months, I've been cultivating mustard leaves in the garden,
right.
And I'm going to use the mustard leaves.
Acha, so laifata ki ekটু বড় নে সাইজে?
It's a little bit, yeah.
Are wider,
wider, and thicker, slightly thicker.
Oh yeah.
And obviously hoiron fata je এবারে পাতলা.
পাতলা ছোট ছোট.
পাতলা ছোট ছোট, yes. So that's the
লাইফাতার ফুল কি তো সিমিলার নি না একটু বড়?
I've never seen laifata ফুল.
লাইফাতার ফুল বেশি বড় না,
I mean, we use it before full বাড়িবার আগে আমরা ইউজ করা করি না।
আপনার ফেভারিট ডিশ কোনটাতে সালাম ভাই? কালকে 10টার দিকে which one is your favorite?
I have to say, give me 1 minute, I will show you my favorite dish.
No problem. We'll come back to Salam Bhai to show you all his favorite dish. Okay, there's a guy there sitting here. Okay, he's known as the non-participant observer. Food makes people happy. Definitely, Mumin Ali, thank you for that. Definitely, food does make people happy. And if it's nice food, it makes them even happier. But if you're angry with someone, you could use food to upset them too. You know?
This is my favorite dish.
Okay, wow. Let me look at that. Wow.
That is hidon chutney.
That is
pura ekdom Bangladeshi hidon chutney. Amar maya jala amar hikaya disoy. Yeah. So age তুমি যেটা প্রশ্ন করলে যে খাটুর বেশি দাও না কেন? শুধু because আমার মায়া আমার এখান থেকে খাইছই না।
সাসে খাটুর বেশি দিয়ে আপনারা খাইছই না।
So I knew all this so ভাবে মানাই।
আচ্ছা।
Because আমার ইন্টারভিউ হইছে।
Okay, I have a question for those who are watching. আপনারা যারা দেখরা খে হিদল চাটনি বানাই খাটলর বিসিদি আর খে বানাই না আমরা মেসি দোকা who has hidol chutney made with and including khatlur bisi in there and who doesn't. To be honest with you, my assumption was that all hidol chutney is inclusive of khatlur bisi, but clearly I have been corrected, and that's a privilege. And thank you to Salam Bhai for that clarification. Salam Bhai, since hidol chutney is something sassy to your mother, when was the first time you actually learned to cook hidol chutney or make hidol chutney?
I would say in my late 20s. I would say in my late 20s.
Late 20s?
Late 20s. Sorry.
Acha.
No way, I just need to watch this. In my late 20s, I came back to London from Amsterdam.
Okay.
My mother had just passed away.
Yeah.
And I started to develop an interest in the food, not only because I needed to eat, especially food that I actually enjoy eating, but also as a way to honor my mother.
Right.
Makes sense? So,
because that's one of the ways your memories connected.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, food exactly. All right, Mumin Ali said, "Oh my God, shutki satni, my favorite." Yeah. By the way, here's a question regarding shutki satni. Obviously, you can't taste shutki satni if you don't use your hands. If you eat it with, let's say, a spoon mixed with rice, and then you consume it like that. Is that the best way, or should we get our hands involved in tasting that food? Acha. You just heard it.
What is this spoon, Kita? White people came to our country, colonized us, left us with a knife and a fork and a spoon.
Okay. Muhammad Abdullah, I think Muhammad Abdullah is running very far. I said about Hidol Hukki. He said, Khatul bisi with lota and prawns is good combo.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's right. That's a different dish, Muhammad Abdullah. Thank you for enlightening us. So you're definitely saying that if you're going to taste Hidol Hukki, any tarhari,
Bangladeshi, to be Bengali, you cannot eat it with a cutlery.
Acha.
You know what makes me laugh? And I'm going to say this. I'm at dinner party that Club Manush Ain. And they are I find them slightly pretentious. So like, I mean westernized. You know. No, I don't eat with my hands, darling. I eat knife and fork.
Yeah.
But you can't eat curries with knife and fork, man. What's wrong with you? Yeah? How are you going to cut your paratha? How are you going to roti like that?
Look,
yeah?
food tastes better with the hand.
Yes, blatantly.
You can never deny that. Islamuddin, I prefer with roasted khatul bisi. My other half prefers it hoiro bisi. So, Islam Bhai, I have a question to you. How do you deal with this problem then? If Bobby prefers it with hoiro only, and you prefer with khatul bisi, how do you combine the both?
Take a second wife.
Salam Bhai, আপনি কি তা কইছেন আমি বুঝছি না ওখানটা ইংলিশে কোকা আচ্ছা Okay, Islam Bhai, I'm not sure if you heard what he said, but the only way to solve that problem is
middle ground somewhere.
Find a middle ground, or watch this again after the live, rewind, and you'll be able to get the answer. I think that's what. Okay, Mumin Ali, why didn't Salam Bhai open a restaurant? He is a really good cook. Being a good cook doesn't necessarily mean restaurant is the way. But tell us.
Many people who own very successful restaurants can't fry an egg.
Yeah, exactly.
And the other thing is, I enjoy cooking.
Yeah.
If it became my job, maybe I wouldn't enjoy it as much.
That's an important thing.
Same reason I don't become a professional photographer.
Yeah.
Is because
you enjoy it. That's a very important point actually for those who are watching. যেটা আপনি এনজয় করেন একটা যখন খাম বানাইলে একটু পরে গিয়া দেখা যায় দূর মজা যায় কি মানুষ টায়ার্ড হয়ে যায় করতে বুত হয়ে যায় মাস্টার সাহেব আপনি এটা মাছ কিটা লিকুইড দিতে হইলা না খালি পানি দিতে হইলা
খালি পানি দিই লিকুইডে খেতে
ওয়াশিং আপ লিকুইড ফেরি লিকুইড এটা কিছু লাগে না
এটা তোর সব এটা সব কিছু
না আমি খোদ না definitely not আচ্ছা আপনার গোয়াল মাছ হলো essentially catfish ফ্যামিলির একটা মেম্বার তো নরমালি আমরা ক্যাটফিশ হইতে খালি মাগুরের কথা মনে হয় অথবা হিঙ্গির কথা মনে হয় But catfish, কত জাত catfish আছে বুঝছেন?
Many different types.
ওই দুটা মোপিং করা লাগে। এটা মানে health and safety is very important.
Very important.
Very, very
But
important.
official বলে,
ওই
তুমি যদি official বলো, তোমার ক্যামেরা যাইবে।
ক্যামেরা যাইবে কারণ আমি যাইবো আর এখানে। আর ভাবি করে না, ভাবি এই যে ফাইন ফ্লোর সোফা নাই, তে খবর আছে।
না, এটা না বাংলা।
এই ধরনের ভাবি না। আচ্ছা আচ্ছা। ও আমরা আব্দুর রব ভাই লোকের বারমাতি। আব্দুর রব ভাই, আপনি এটা হলো একটা বাংলাদেশি মাছ গোয়া, কিন্তু আমরা জানি যে আস্তে আস্তে আমরা ফ্রেশ খাওয়ার লাগি আমরা এই ইউরোপিয়ান মাছগুলো আস্তে আস্তে খাওয়াও আরম্ভ করছি, এবং কিছু ইউরোপিয়ান মাছ আসলে মজাও লাগে এবং বালাটিকে রান্না রানলে মজা লাগে। ইউরোপিয়ান ফিশ হলো দিতে আপনার সবচেয়ে মজার ফিশ কোনটা?
Difficult one.
কমন তো আমরা জানি ম্যাক্রোল,
Mackerel,
salmon,
herring,
sea bass, herring আছে,
It's okay. I like freshwater fish as well, like carp.
carp.
Carp, yeah.
Carp মানে কার্পু।
Carp,
Oh,
yeah. Carp. If I call bream, freshwater bream.
Like sea bream.
No,
Money,
freshwater
this
bream.
is the like river bream.
River bream.
Yeah.
So I like that as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Sardine sprats.
Yeah,
Can't go
sardine
wrong.
as well.
Sardine sprats.
এই যে ইংলিশ মাছের নাম হইলা এবং ইংলিশ মাছ মোটামুটি ইংলিশ আমরা হয়
Yeah.
ইউরোপিয়ান ওয়াটার ফিশ
Yeah.
বেসিক্যালি। ইতারে এবার আমরা দেশি স্টাইলে খাওয়া যায়নি এবং খাইতে
How was that? But it's not the same thing. It just
Right.
doesn't taste right.
It's
It's okay.
yeah,
It's
but
okay.
but
It's
not
nice in its own way,
yeah.
but you're gonna go back to Bangladeshi fish,
Mm.
no matter what.
এর লাগে এর মানে
Yeah.
হলো কি তাতে that's
Like I'll go to Billingsgate, I'll buy maybe freshwater bream and catfish, whatever.
Mm.
But you're still gonna go back to that Bangladeshi grocer and buy the gualmas and the raw mas. It's good, but it's in our DNA.
বাট একটা জিনিস আমি কই ওই যে ম্যাক্রোল মাছ
Yeah.
আমরা জানি যে যেবেলা মাছের চাটনি হয় বাংলাদেশে প্রায় সব মাছের চাটনি করে স্যাং মাছ
Sengmas,
দিয়ে।
yeah.
স্যাং মাছ হলো ভেরি ইম্পর্টেন্ট ও যে লাইফ আতা দিতে করেন।
Big difference is sengmas tell nice. So
Yeah.
it's not the mackerel. I don't know. It just tastes better because of the oil.
ম্যাক্রোল তেলটা খায়।
Yeah, yeah.
ও তো ধরলো কি আমরা স্যাংর কালচার তো নে ম্যাক্রোল ডিসকভার
Yeah,
করিয়া
yeah.
দেখা যায় ম্যাক্রোল আরো বেশি
That's why
টেস্টি।
my parents like in the 60s and 70s.
Oh.
You should kitchen night.
Oh.
So kita baila salmon head because it's nice and cheap.
Oh, yes.
Salmon is not very expensive as well. And next cheapest kita mackerel, herring,
সার্ডিন
sardine. Those are the
Sardine.
cheapest fish.
Sardine.
Like agriculture must make sense.
মাশাআল্লাহ মাশাআল্lah।
So years ago, 70s, 80s, you go down Bethnal Green Road, fishmonger, you buy salmon head, you buy herring, you buy mackerel. Now you didn't have sea bass back then, no. It was very, very expensive.
not that common isn't it?
Yeah.
তখন with
But obviously, with the Bangladeshi community, become more affluent. People can, stretch to different types of fish.
but here's the question.
Yeah.
You are second generation here in the UK.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, through you have your third generation, a number of kids, mashallah, your own children.
Yeah.
When it comes to eating deshi food,
They do that,
they do that
of course.
to the level as you or not?
Yeah, I would say so because it's what you bring your kids up on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
To what point? So
Mm.
do you find that they don't complain
Okay.
when it's too zal or too spicy?
They can handle
or
spice. I think, unfortunately, my kids don't like hutki.
They don't.
No, but
And is there
but,
a reason why they don't?
but nor did I when I was growing up.
And
now I love
what
it.
was the main reason why you
I
didn't
think
like
it's the
it?
smell and just
Smell.
the whole.
Do you think initially with hutki there's a stereotype that we kids, young ones assume, especially with the smell and things like
I
that?
don't know about stereotype, but I think the smell is off-putting to a kid.
Yeah.
And then as you get older, your palate becomes more.
You get
experienced.
climatized.
Yeah.
As in your house has an
And you
aurora.
think sometimes there's nothing else to eat, so let's try it. And suddenly, like, oh, what have I missed out on?
So what are your kids' favorite dishes from the Bangladeshi menu then?
I would say they would like from that menu. Maspiram definitely.
Yeah.
All kids love that.
They will never complain about that.
Mackerel chutney they'd love.
Yeah.
The meat and the hatkora.
Kamal Bhai, you know Kamal Bhai?
I think I've met him once or twice.
Kamal Ahmed, salam to you all, he's saying. So meat with the hatkora, they like that.
Yeah.
Mackerel,
and
gual
gual
masbiran.
and
What about tenga?
yeah, tinga's alright.
Tenga is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's one of
You
those.
can't have it all the time though. It's like once in a while.
What about dal then?
My daughter doesn't like it. My son
And
likes it.
what's her reason for not liking
She's
dal?
just fussy.
Okay.
She's fussy.
But then
She's the kind of girl, the chicken and aloo. That's it.
that's it. Very
Yeah.
basic.
Very basic, unadventurous.
So
While I like to try everything.
do you find that there's sometimes clashes between the kids with the menu at home?
I think unfortunately we changed our menu to the kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unfortunately,
Okay.
That's why I like to do other things and I'll bung everything on there.
But here's the question.
Yeah, go on.
When it comes to breakfast, there's not many Bangladeshi dishes we're able to offer here for breakfast.
No.
And what?
Cheerios and toast.
Why? What's the reason? Is it because it's too much effort, or it's the wrong type of breakfast
the
for this
culture
part
that
of the
we've
world?
got time. You need something quick. Because it's a rush. We're just rushed around so much.
Yeah.
We've got no time really.
So when you're out in Bangladesh, what do you have for breakfast?
Me, to be honest, I can't remember. I'll have everything, anything.
And it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Spicy, not spicy.
Do you know what? If I'm honest, I don't like spice in the morning.
In the morning.
Yeah,
I have to agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. Salam Bhai might have a different view. Breakfast. If it's not English, can it be Bangladeshi in the morning?
Yeah, of course.
What kind of things would you have for Bangladeshi breakfast?
I would have sabzi,
Okay.
paratha,
Yeah.
dim,
Yeah.
the omelette,
Yeah.
as opposed to dim, boil pura.
Yeah.
So that's yeah.
But the thing is, do you have this?
What's the other one? Puri, halwa.
Yeah.
So all these
So
kind of
something
things.
sweet.
Yeah, something.
But
Nice.
do you have, like me, I have a problem with introducing my day with spice. Don't get me wrong, I'm okay.
No, you don't have to have spice.
But like like for example, shobzi.
Yeah.
Shobzi, often when we're giving shobzi, it's always with a level of spice.
With haldi, yeah.
Yeah. So even sometimes chili as well. And I think like early in the morning, you not want something a bit more softer in the system. Although having said that, you and I have experienced very extremes in Bangladesh, where in the morning they're having a full curry with paratha and things like that.
Beef curry.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I don't think I don't think you have to have spice in the morning. There are lots of other ways. I usually when I go to Bangladesh, I go out onto the streets for breakfast, and I have they make these dilute puri, things like that, similar to that.
Paratha is a very common one in the
Paratha
morning.
is a very common one.
Very, very common. Paratha with egg.
Yeah,
Mamlet,
mamlet,
yeah. And maybe sabzi.
Yeah.
Maybe a little pot of dal.
Yeah.
With a nice cup of tea.
Yeah, that's it. Perfect way to start a day.
Right, here's a question for you.
Sure.
How many years has it been since you've had the dinner party? Is this the 4th or 5th?
This is the third year.
Yeah.
But the 4th party.
Okay, 3rd year, 4th party. What does that mean? You had 2 in 1 year?
We had 2. Well, the first time I'm incredibly safe. So I cook, and I cook very traditional Bengali food.
Yeah.
What I believe to be traditional Bengali food.
Yeah.
And a lot of my friends, they also they know that I cook traditional Bengali food, and so and I'm originally from East London.
Okay.
Right? Unfortunately for me, I'm not Bangladesh. East London or Bangladesh culture আছে খাবার মানুষ বাইরে যাইতে চায় না I don't know why. They think they might disappear or vanish or something. Or comes out of missing. I don't know why. So even with the car, what's so stupid is Whitechapel that is Stratford like they go like that. Stratford that you know like I want to go like this. Even it like it. So this is something that I found really bizarre.
Yeah.
So then when I said to them, London. And I come while we're at it, let's organize a proper dinner party for 100 people. Let's show them until I mean, you know what? If we shall like another lemon and okay. Yeah. So that was the first dinner party. Extra particular scene. I mean, a handful of very close friends helped me. Preparation. One professional chef, Shama, my Indian friend, and we sold the tickets, extra ticket within 10 days.
Wow, that's great. Wow.
And alhamdulillah, it was that time I raised £5,000 to go to Joshua.
Yep.
To rescue brothel kids.
Wow, yes, I know that area.
You know the area?
Yeah, of course, been that area.
You know where the mothers are
Yeah. All the truck drivers stop up before they cross over. Yep.
So that was that. And then I thought to myself, you know what, this is such a fantastic idea. So I went to Bangladesh to deliver the money, and I came back from Bangladesh, and I thought to myself, this is, you know what, this is cool. So, no, for who's such a popular idea, why don't we do it? You know, try and repeat the idea. Let's see if it works another time.
Right.
So I came back from Bangladesh after delivering the money, and in August, in the summer, we did another one. And that was in the Myland Arts Pavilion.
Yeah, I know the place.
Right, and then that one was also, again, a learning curve for us. Really fantastic response. And then the third one we did last year, we did in Matthias Church.
Okay.
And what we've done is, as we've started to increase the budget,
the
ticket prices increased, the budgets increased, we also improved the party itself. So initially, I said community center. So we pay the plates, really cheap. But now we have full waiter service.
Right.
We have knives and forks for those who want to pay the extra.
So
I laugh at this concept, isn't it?
Bangladeshi khanir
But
but knife and
but I thought, I can or I can use this to my benefit.
Right.
ঠিক আছে তুমি আর দেখাই চাও না মনে তুমি কি দাও খুব জরুরি মানুষ তুমি নাকি লোক দেখাই তো শুনো অন্য মানে you understand? So you use that to you exploit that.
You pay, you get what you pay for, as they say.
You know the difference between the VIP tickets and the normal tickets was?
What?
Only one fork.
Wow.
Literally.
Ek samosa party ko.
Otherwise, there was no difference in the actual meal. There was no difference in the service. There was no difference in anything.
Tell us a bit more about the volunteers. We know that we're not able to show everyone now. Some of them will be seen tomorrow in the live, inshallah.
Okay.
But tell us more about the volunteers and those people behind the scenes. I believe they are one of the most important part of all of this.
They are the most important part of this, right? So when I started this, I had, like I said, I had a few friends and family help me. And you know what? I've been doing these things for a while now because I can.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. আমার শরীর ঠিক আছে, আমার মাইন্ড ঠিক আছে,
Alhamdulillah.
and alhamdulillah, and I've been given the opportunity to help Bangladesh in a way
That's
that,
right.
Most people don't.
Yeah.
So or don't have that opportunity. So I started this on my own, and then as more and more people saw what I was doing, they started to volunteer. They said, "Look, I would love to join in and help you." So when I started, there was me, myself, Sharma was the chef, professional chef. There was maybe 5 volunteers.
Yeah.
Now we have a team of 20 volunteers.
MashaAllah.
So aste, and they're not just all Bengali either.
Yeah. Oh wow.
So they're Dawood Ase.
Yeah. David Ellis.
David Ellis, yes.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Mel and Shelly.
Okay.
Mel is Turkish.
Yeah.
Turkish Cypriot. Shelly is Gakaya. So and even then he's not really Bengali.
Yeah.
He's more Somali Bengali.
Yeah.
Bengali.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And who else? I mean, there's quite a few members on but the core members. I think in total there are about 14 of us now.
Brilliant.
So there's Sharina. Shamsia does the presentation, the hosting. Sharina does what needs to be done really. This year she's responsible for the admin.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes we have Sultana Begum. The only reason Sultana can't give me more time is because she became a mother recently.
Yeah.
So she got married, she's got a life to live.
Yeah, that's right.
You can't expect people to give up their time for free.
Exactly.
Abdullah Mohammed.
Abdullah, yeah.
Bidashi Baigoin,
Yeah.
That one. He does the social media stuff for us.
Okay.
The live videos.
Okay.
Akik is a wonderful brother. Akik the Geek, I call him. He does all the tech stuff.
Okay.
He sets up the PAs, the projection. Who else is Inan is our in-house photographer.
Sure.
Rushna, photographer / set designer. So time shopping, Last year when we did the Matthias Church, she took a budget of about, I think it was about 150 quid. And
Yeah.
Like a fairy tale.
Wow.
Literally like a fairy tale.
Wow.
So many people were happy with that.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful to have.
So everyone's come with some talent that they have and passion.
Everyone's doing something that they enjoy doing.
That's
This is
great.
the key,
Great. So in terms of the attendees, যারা আয় নাকি এই পার্টির এর ভিতরে আপনি ফাইরানি যে ধরে লোক আপনি আইছেন আপনারে আমি দাওয়াত দিছি আপনি দেখা যায় যে আপনার কলিগ হুজ নট বাংলাদেশি or who's not Muslim for that matter has turned up ইলা মানুষ সকল আইরানি
Yes. The first year we had a local councillor, a Labour councillor, very well known, recently became an MP in Tahamnas.
Right.
she turned up with half the Labour Party.
Oh wow.
So there was actually took a whole table of 12
Sure.
and Halisha Lane. And
Right.
they're all politicians and they loved it. They absolutely loved it.
So they had Hidol Hutki and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they had the whole thing. The funny thing was we ran a best dressed competition that year.
Okay, as well. Okay.
And the woman who won the best dressed competition was a white woman wearing a sari.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Excellent. Excellent. Wow. So do you think that this whole initiative has not only been a great way to bring out our roots and our culture and introduce it not only to our future generations but also to the wider community at large?
I think that when when they came here in the 60s and the 50s and even earlier, Bangladesh didn't exist.
That's right.
So if they were to open up anything to represent their food,
they
would have to call it an Indian restaurant.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for us, the name of Indian restaurant has stuck.
Yeah.
And the thing is that there's twofold thing here. First of all, the food that is served in Indian restaurants is catered towards the Western palate.
Yeah, the European tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so lots of tomato, lots of yogurt in there.
Lots
Those
of boring stuff.
Yep.
I mean, who the hell's ever heard of a kurma?
I call it shortcuts.
Yeah, shortcuts.
Serious shortcuts.
But so what's happened is that's the first thing, and the second thing is that the food that they are selling doesn't really represent Bangladeshi cuisine.
Yeah, exactly.
So there is now a growing trend, and you know what? Alhamdulillah, there are places like Gram Bangla, Cafe Grill.
Yeah.
There's that other one, Kumargao, Amargao, Shulargao, Kita.
Photogao.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bondurgao.
that's right.
They're now starting to represent Bangladeshi cuisine, but the sad thing is, it's still represented only to the Bangladeshis of this country.
Yeah.
There's a Polafata, but that's more Dahia.
Yeah.
Sylheti,
Yeah, outside Sylhet.
Yeah. There's Haji Biryani.
Yeah.
There's
Nanna Biryani. These are brands from Bangladesh, which not
they cater for Bangladeshis.
Yeah, that's right.
So my aim in the long run is my dream is I would love to see businesses, Bangladeshi-owned businesses,
actually offer what they eat at home.
Yeah, to mainstream society.
Definitely. I think it's a very important thing. Salam bhai question zara dekhra. Especially those who are in the catering industry. I would definitely say that it's about time that we, whose origins are one in Bangladesh and many are in Sylhet, for example, we have some unique way of cooking the food that we eat at home. We need to bring our home food to the wider society without fear, with some confidence. You don't have to have a whole menu within your trade, but introduce one or two. Tell them this is what I eat at home and I want to bring it to you, and do so this way. And the Bangladeshi dinner party is able to do that. Let's go back to our teacher here, who is nicely and quietly getting on with the washing up to 100 pieces of gualmas.
Making sure it's all nice and clean.
Nice and clean, and inshallah soon it's going to be covered in masala mix.
And we're going to fry it up tonight.
And then it's going to be fried up, inshallah. Amader baisa be khali mas doa. So basically this is referring to our wonderful volunteer here, Brother Abdurrab Aziz, who is doing a fantastic job making sure that the mass that's going to go into our system is nice and clean.
COVID free.
And COVID free, inshallah. COVID free, definitely. Definitely. So next year, 2021, Salam Bhai, will be 50 years of Bangladesh as a country. It's one of the youngest countries. It will be 50, that's half a century of a nation, basically.
Absolutely.
So I'm assuming the plan for the Bangladeshi dinner party has to be something big and brighter and greater.
Well, the thing is, it's as Bengalis, as British Bengalis, I think that there is an emphasis on us to celebrate that 50th anniversary, like various organizations are. So you've got, I'm not going to name the organization, it's not my place to, but there are various organizations that are doing already marketing towards large mass appeal events based on the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
So I think it's only fair that we should do something similar. Right now, the 15th of August One of the reasons we did a double one last year, so the first year, was to move the official date of the dinner party from February to August.
Oh, okay.
So,
Right,
the first
right,
one was
okay.
a trial. The second one was the first one was a trial. The second one was really to affirm. I'm going to say, okay, I'm a fixed location. Fixed position is August now.
Mm.
Yeah? Melabade is just before all the other stuff kicks in. The fashion show kicks in. So we chose a time of the year that didn't coincide with any other events.
Sure.
So next year, August, is also the 15th of August is also the anniversary of the assassination of the founder or the father of Bangladesh, some would say, Sheikh Mujib. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to do an event.
What do you need?
What do you need? So what I'd like to do is I'd like to do an event that kind of ties the two together.
Sure.
And I really want, I think that as Bangladeshis, it's, the problem is expensive. So there is an issue with when we try to do something at a very top level, we lose a part of our Bengaliness.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we try to emulate.
There's this
the Western
inferiority complex.
Well, there's that as well. But
Yeah.
we try to emulate a Western culture.
Yeah.
And I don't think we need
Rather than bring our own
to the table.
to that top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think whatever I do, and whatever the rest of the team decides, I think it's important for us
To be as authentic as
to
possible.
retain our identity, our
That's
Bengaliness as much as possible without, and I think there are some successful organizations, so there are some organizations and events, annual events, who are doing this, who are organizing events at top level, but the only difference between them and mainstream society is literally the color of the skin.
Wow.
There's no identity difference. They are basically, brown English people. Makes any sense, yeah? And I don't want that. I think I'm so much more than just English. Yeah? I have all this history. I have this culture, this deep culture, tradition. There's so much more to being Bengali than just, voting conservative.
Sure. Sure. Now, you're a second generation Bangladeshi.
I am, yes.
Okay. The future is with the third and the fourth generation of British Bangladeshis.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that we have done enough to connect that generation and those generations to their roots in a way that is meaningful to them and in a way that's accessible to them?
Sadly, I fear for the future. It is a common known fact, it's a common phenomenon that with time, the third, fourth, fifth generation migrants to a country will eventually start to lose their culture, their language, their food. They'll assimilate more. They'll dress more Western, and eventually you'll just have a whole bunch of people whose origins are in Bangladesh, but they have no awareness of the country, the culture. I fear for the future. I think it's really important for us if we want this, if we want to instill those values in our children and the love of Bangladesh. I think it's important for us to recognize it now and invest now. Because if we don't do that, then it's a natural progression.
Yeah,
they will. Bangladesh.
Yeah.
So again, one of the reasons why I think, going back to this SIPS investment, currently Bangladeshis, especially Siletis, rely hugely on financial support from relatives in this country.
Remittance from the UK.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna diram kita lagi amra maya ase. So now আমার বাবুদের বাড়ি কত মাস পর সেদিন ভাই স্যার তোমার পয়েন্টে নিয়ে আমি হসপিটালে ভর্তি করতাম. It took me a while to figure out what that meant. I understand what it meant now, yeah. So তোমার পয়েন্টে আমি হাসপাতালে নিয়ে ভর্তি করতাম.
Did you think that money গাড়ি দরকার অথবা প্লেন
No. I genuinely thought তাইলে মনে হয় কোনো কলেজ ফাটার. Yeah. I genuinely thought that তাইলে কোনো কলেজ ফাটার. He meant she was pregnant.
Yes.
So he said by তুমি প্রথম খালে সাহায্য করো.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to say.
ঠিক আছে ভাই পয়সা পাঠাইছি আপনারে. Right? Not a problem. Not an issue. But আমার wife
That's a big question. Yeah.
So that's the danger. So the reason.
But you can't
blame him for that.
That's right.
Because he has no personal.
আমি যদি তারে কানেক্ট না করিয়া রাখি,
yes.
তে হে কানেকশন কিলা পাই?
Yes. But even then, the other thing is, the way to help the Bangladeshis for the future is to invest in them today. So if with education, so this students investment
Program.
yeah,
Yep.
I think it's a brilliant idea. When we take the kids out of the brothels and give them education, it's a brilliant idea. When we take them off the streets, out of the slums,
The street children, yeah.
street children, and we take them out of the drugs,
Yeah.
I think it's a brilliant idea because what we're doing is we're investing in the future. We're giving these kids an opportunity to fend for themselves.
That's right.
There's an old saying, right? So if I give you,
Oh. ও একদিন লাগে তো হয়।
yeah? If I buy you a fishing rod,
হয়। মাছ মারা নি জন্য আপনার হিকাইন তো আমি আমার জীবন লাগি আমি মাছ মারিয়া খাইতাম পারবো।
So I think it's important for us as Bangladeshis to start doing this now. You know, Khali Foysha in a way, I know it's cruel, and I genuinely believe for this. I'm not mentioning they to ease their own conscience.
Yeah. নিজের মনরে একটু শান্তি করে রাখ।
But really, to নিজের ধারে খালি continuously দিরায়।
হে তো কিছু নিজের লাগি তৈরি করেন না।
He's becoming like an addict.
একটা হলো একটা বড় দুর্বলতা, বিশেষ করে সিলেট ডিভিশনের ভিত্তিতে দেখা যায় যে একটা বেশি একটা বড় একটা উইকনেস। এবং আগামীতে আমি ওলা কইছি ও সালাম ভাই যে আমি অথবা আপনি রাজি আছেন বুঝরা দিতে রাজি, কিন্তু আপনারা আমার ছেলে অথবা মেয়ে অথবা নাতিনসার উপরে আপনারা এক্সপেক্ট করা উচিত হইতো না, তারাও আপনার উপরে এক্সপেক্ট করতো না। তো এই হিসাবে ওখান তো আপনারা যদি এই জিনিসটা এই চিন্তা ভাবনা মাইন্ডসেটে বদলাইন না, তাহলে আগামীতে নিজে নিজের এক হিসাবে গাছ কুদরা। Master Shah, when was the last time you went to Bangladesh?
2017. 2017.
Oh, BRT UK saying, give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish, he can eat for a lifetime. Very, very important message, yeah, to all of the viewers. That, you know, charity is really about making a difference to the people's lives with long-term investment, intelligent investment.
Sustainable.
Yes, that's right. Sustainable impact, if you like. So when did you say you went to Bangladesh?
2007. I went to the Rohingya camp.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So that was with a Muslim charity.
Right. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. And how was that experience?
Yeah, it was eye-opening. Obviously, that was at the height of the refugee crisis.
Did you ever go to Ukia before that?
No.
That part of Bangladesh?
No.
Okay.
That's
So
the first time I went to
exactly. So yeah, you have never been before
No,
that.
never been.
It's quite
But it's
interesting.
always select, isn't
Yeah. So like for a lot of the time.
Even Dhaka really didn't explore it until that first time.
Did you go to a place called Puran Dhaka, the old Dhaka?
I can't remember. Probably no. I don't think.
Yeah. Salam Bhai can say a lot more about Puran Dhaka. Very interesting place. Lots of cuisine there. Lots of cuisine. Hundreds of years old.
Most famous kebab houses.
Yep. Some of the top biryanis, top drinks, spices.
Yeah, so
amazing.
The Lido Children's Center.
Yep.
So this to that as well.
So how was what was one thing that was memorable during that trip for you?
Apart from the food, no. I think obviously the need for a sustainable income for the refugees really, because how long are you going to keep refugees there for? So you need to educate them. They need livelihoods. They need jobs. So it's about they need education really. So that's the main thing, because you can't just feed people, because how many people are you going to feed forever? It's not just it won't work that way.
Definitely.
So it's got to be a long-term vision really.
It has to be much more sustainable.
Yeah.
With a long-term outlook. Great. Everyone who's watching, we are watching on behalf of the Bangladesh Dinner Party Takeaway 2020, mashallah. Oh, Nazbai, I'm awake now. So you got Nazbai watching now, Salam Bhai. Just to say that this whole cause is for BRT UK Bangladesh Regeneration Trust, which is a second-generation founded British Bangladeshi charity working out all over Bangladesh, including and especially in Sylhet, of course. And the project that the Bangladesh Dinner Party 2020 Takeaway version is supporting this year is the Student Investment Program, which is SIP, Student Investment Program. And that program is a medium to long-term project, which is really about teaching people how to fish so that they can fish for life rather than feed them, hand to mouth on a daily basis. And it's really about education, finding some of the most brightest of students in standard government schools, and actually discovering how talented they are, but also knowing that financially their family is in a very difficult situation, and if they didn't get the help from you and me at the right time and the right support, they would not be able to excel and make that life-changing difference through education. Because slowly but surely, education can really make that difference, because it won't be the difference to one person. Imanul Islam, I had late dinner today, was feeling guilty. Now seeing you guys are still cooking, I guess I was on time for my dinner. Okay. Right, look, have a look at this. This is the fish that Brother Abdul Rob Aziz has been washing, mashallah. Looks beautiful. Looks very, very nice. I think some of the ladies would envy the way he washes fish. You know, I'm not trying to be stereotypical, but I know my mom would love to see this. She's probably on YouTube, but not watching us like that. She's watching some food stuff. I know she's discovered a family in Rangpur who she's been following for a long time, and she's come up with a few dishes, including a dish made up of cattle. I actually bought some here
I
today.
tried it. It was very, very nice.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did like it.
Yeah, this is quite. Some of those dishes are not really common in Sylhet, so you have to be brave to try it out. This was with hudki, by the way, and khatul. Very nice. This one wasn't necessarily a khasa khatul, slightly more ripe, but it was very interesting. They had this. There was a sweetness to it.
Yeah, I was
There was a
pleasantly
sweetness to
surprised.
it, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I think Salamba is going to have it with rice tomorrow. The khatul curry, basically. Feeling tired, Salamba?
Nah, go on like that.
Feeling hot? I got a solution for your heat, actually. Can you pass me the?
Well, what we can do?
Oh,
No.
What's the one?
Okay, do you want to start sorting that?
Thank you.
You can do. Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, if you want to flake it, do you want to just leave it as it is?
Right, here you go. I've got a faka for.
It's a bit hot at the minute to do it as well. Yeah, leave
That's it, guys. You're seeing live Salam by taking his top off. Well, not fully, of course.
Unless I'll raise it down.
Shart kuli listen. There you go. Now the real cooking is going to start. We've actually covered more than an hour. Now he's getting down to it, everyone. There you go. Have a look. What are these? They look like egg.
Yeah, it's Dim and Khulja and Kitakitaro.
So are you going to integrate all of them within the satni?
No, this is
You're going to keep it separate.
This is called chef's.
This
Chef's delight.
Okay, this is chef special, like that. That's nice, mashallah.
Staff curry.
Staff curry. Staff curry, okay. Right, let me get some fakhadia falyadiro.
No, we're sweating.
Mashallah,
Yeah.
very good.
Thank you.
Guys, that's the least that we can do, even if I'm.
Last year we were cooking until 3 in the morning.
Wow.
At 4.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 in the morning we were cooking.
Wow.
So what's the ETA today? As soon as
Right,
you lot
today's
cover off,
easy.
we're going to sleep.
Today's been easy. Oh, are you fry them tomorrow?
Yeah, they're getting fried
Yeah.
tomorrow. They're sent fresh.
Yeah, because there's no point.
Marinate them tonight.
Yeah, even আজকে মশলা দিয়ে মাখাইয়া রাখবা একটু মশলা দিতে হামাইবো খাইতে হলে সবচেয়ে মানে মজা টেস্ট করো আমরা একটা সমস্যা কি তা বিকজ আমরা এটা করি না we don't know the secret that goes behind making very tasty items আমার নজরুল ভাই ও নজরুল ভাই আপনার সবচেয়ে মজার খানি কোনটা হোকা চাই
Too many, bro. Too many to list.
না না কইলো কা একটা হোকা টপ 3 বাংলাদেশি খানির ভিতরে বাংলাদেশি খানি দিবালা কই দইলা বিশেষ করে বৃহত্তর সিলেটের
one thing
ভিতরে
I like is, or many things I like is the fresh vegetable.
হ্যাঁ
Alhamdulillah. I have to say, this year in my garden, I had few items, and even though the quantity was less, like the uri
yeah
from my own garden
yeah
was so amazing. It tasted magical.
আচ্ছা
I
আচ্ছা
have to say that.
আপনার কোন গরুর মানে ও কয়েকটা গরুর ভিতরে একটা কোনটার ও বড় গরুর
That garden.
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা মাশাআল্লাহ তো উরি আর কি
Generally vegetable. Fresh vegetable is lovely. Cooked with fish, chicken, meat, whatever, it's just generally.
whatever আপনার হুরুতাইন তো ওটা ফ্রেশ খাইতে রাজি হইনি গার্ডেনের জিনিস দেখে তারা খাইতে রাজি
I
হইনি
mean, I think Brother Abdurrab and Salamba has done great job with their families, but with mine, I'm still making an effort. So one policy I started to introduce is, okay, we're gonna have days without meat and chicken. So they have no choice but to have.
মানে কি সপ্তাহে কয়েকটা দিন আছে যে মাংস এবং মুরগি ছাড়া
Yes.
ওকে
So like today was one of the days that I had no fish curry, no meat curry. It's just no, actually, no meat and no chicken. So it was just
fish. So they had no choice, but they had it.
সুবহানাল্লাহ এর মানে কইরা যে বাবির অ্যাকাউন্ট আর বেশি টাকা গিয়া জমা না কিতা
You know, fish is more expensive if you get the right fish.
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা
So
আচ্ছা
it's not about saving money, but alhamdulillah, yeah. So they don't say no to it, but they prefer meat and chicken when they find it available. That's the first choice.
ওকে আপনারে
So I'm trying to tell them, look, fish is great, fish is healthy. So trying to kind of force them, and over time they will come to realize, like Brother Abdul Rob mentioned, that sometimes you realize the taste later on in life. So I'm trying to bring that forward. Yeah.
আপনার একটা প্রশ্ন করবো আমি বাংলায় করবো এবং বাংলা আনসার দিতে হইবা আপনি যদি খাইলকে ট্রেনে উঠিয়া বিমানেও দৈলকা গেলা বিমানে গিয়া ডাইরেক্ট সিলেট নামিয়া সিলেট তো আপনার পাই আপনার পিক আপ করিয়া 12 ফুট গোলাপগঞ্জ লইয়া গেল গেলে আপনি কি আছেন বাড়িতে গিয়া হাজির হইন শাসি তো দেশ আছেন বাড়িতে আছেন সবচেয়ে যদি শাসির কতনে যদি 3টা ডিশ আপনি আশা করেন সবচেয়ে কোন 3টা ডিশ হইব যে একটা আপনার মানে অত দূর হইতো না আইছেন যে গিয়াও পাইতা
With me, you know very well, I'm not a very fussy eater.
না ফাসি না আপনি বাট
And I enjoy
কই শাসিরা তোর কোনটা আপনার বেশি মজা লাগে আপনি যখন খাইল গিয়া হাজির হইন আপনার বাড়িতে
anything. Seriously. Because the food of Bangladesh is completely different. They have more onions, more oil, and because of the heat, it's okay. Yeah. But food of Bangladesh won't go well here. So over there, when I go there, I find it very fatty, it's tasty as well.
Yeah, but the weather also breaks it all down.
Yeah, weather breaks it all down.
But do you think this is a big challenge for us here because we are almost replicating the same menu in the same way. And do you think that's impacting on our health? For example, rice requires a lot of effort to break it down. And we're not necessarily making that kind of effort, nor is there enough heat here.
In the last 10 years, I would say, but now people are realizing,
even in this COVID situation, we realize diet has been a big factor for our community.
Look, I'm part of Scout. Let me just quickly promote my Scout.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. 8 East London Scout.
Yeah.
And even in Scout, a couple of times, when we, one of the big things of Scout is, cooking. Cooking with minimal items and cooking out, and one of the first lessons we give in Scouts is healthy eating, and we teach them about carbs, protein, and and a lot of kids, and including myself, I learned very late in life that rice and pasta, excessive of those 2 items.
A lot of starchy food, you mean? Yeah.
And it's got a lot of sugar, sweet. Even though we don't add any sugar to rice.
We don't realize rice is one of the most purest form of sugar, starch.
But to the Scouts, we promote that. And I've come to realization. So going back to your original question, people nowadays, they've stopped on. So they're tuning the original.
Do you think it's the second and third generation that are now tuning it a little bit? And that's a good thing, no?
Yeah, even in my house, I mean, we like to try out things. Like today, my daughter was baking something, and she wanted me to have it once it was fully baked. I said, look, we are the decision makers. There is no harm you pulling the plug 5 minutes before because I was in a rush to come here. So I
guess you're into cookie dough. That's probably where you got it from.
Actually, she was cooking cookie. I said, look, I will have it 5 minutes before it finishes.
Yeah.
And that will be my style.
Okay. I'm coming back to you. Can you just stop? I just want to show this. You're watching live, exclusive oil rubbing going on the gual mas. Oy doka gualor masor pisor ufre tel lagani kilo subhanallah.
Oil rubbing than you used to.
Oil. Majorna tel makhao. Ino asole real telor khazora. Tel man jani na eta tel makhadio. Oy doka.
So chili powder? Where is the chili powder? Sorry.
Okay, onu chili powder. Okay. Chili powder kita zalni salam bhai beshi zalni. Okay. আপনারা কি ফেস খালি সই হোটেল তো না খাইতে হবে এটা খাইতে হবে ওই তো ভিউয়ার্স আপনারা যারা দেখলাম লাইভ যারা জয়েন হয়েছেন ওয়েলকাম on behalf of Bangladesh Dinner Party Takeaway 2020 and at UK Bangladesh Generation Trust আমরা লাইভ বিহাইন্ড দ্য সিনস খবর দিলাম
কিছু মশলা আপনার না ভিতরে আমার তোমরা সুরে সুরে বারো রাখলাম ওই দরকার দিস ইজ হোয়াট মাছ পিরাম হওয়ার আগে যে পরিশ্রম কষ্ট করা লাগে আপনারা খুব সুন্দর করে ওয়াশ করা হয়েছে ড্রাই করা হয়েছে মানে পানি রিউজ করা হয়েছে তেল লাগানি হয়েছে তেল মাখানি না তেল লাগানি আর ওখানে একটু কল দিয়ে ফালানি এই আপনারা দেখতে পারেন অলরেডি চুলাবাদি মরিচ এটা মরিচ নাই ভাই চিনি পাউডার আপনারা কিন্তু বাজার লাগাই মানে মিক্স করা লাগে খাই লাগবে না আজকে খালি ওলা ঠিক আছে কিছু আমায় তো আচ্ছা 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 মানে তেলে তেলে নষ্ট তেলে নষ্ট হওয়ার জন্য বাঁচে আচ্ছা দুটো সাইডে লাগান আচ্ছা There you go. Ideas হলো আপনারা দেখতে পারেন একটা লাইভ বাংলাদেশ ডিনার পার্টির মেনু অংশ তিনটা এই লোকেশনে বানালি হয় অন্য পাড়া একটা লোকেশনে মাশাআল্লাহ একটা হলো কি মাছ পিরাম গোয়াল মাছ মাশাআল্লাহ ক্যাটফিশ ওয়ান অফ দ্য ক্যাটফিশ মেম্বার্স এরপরে হিদল চাটনি হয়ে গেছে আমি দেখছি মাশাআল্লাহ আপনারা আগে দেখাইছি আর ইউরোপিয়ান ফিশ অথবা ইংলিশ মাছ আমরা দেখতে করি প্রায় সময় এবং সবচেয়ে পপুলার ইংলিশ মাছ আমরা কমিউনিটিতে সেটা নাম ম্যাক্রোল চাটনি বছর আবাদে আপনারা ও দেখো কেন আমি দেখাই না ওই দেখো তেল রিন্স অফ যারা এখন আইসুন the oil has been rinsed and inshallah all of that will দেখলাম all of this will go সব কিছু এখানে মিক্স হবে ফেজ হলো মরিচ হলো লবণ দিয়ে বাকলা পাতা সরিষা তেল দিয়া
Assalamualaikum. Brothers, what's happening? Can't see anyone.
You can talk.
You can.
Flipping it. Why?
জি ভিউয়ার্স যখন আপনারা সবাই গেছে আমরা অ্যাপোলজিস ব্যাটারি একটু কমে গেছিল করি আমরা যেটা কইম আপনারা সবাই যে কালকে যারা ডিনার পার্টি আইতা পারে না কারণ হইলো একটা রেস্ট্রিক্টেড 150 টিকেটস আছে সবকিছু বিক্রি হয়ে গেছে মাশাআল্লাহ এবং যারা লাগি অ্যালোকেশন করা হয়েছে আর কি যারা টিকিট লইছেন আপনারা সময়মতো আইয়া আপনারা ফুডগুলো কালেক্ট করবা এবং যেভাবে অ্যারেঞ্জ করা হয়েছে ভলান্টিয়ার হলোর যে সিস্টেমে অ্যারেঞ্জ করছেন সেইভাবে আপনারা সিস্টেমটারে বজায় রাখিয়া কি আপনারা খাওয়া দাওয়া লইয়া যাইবা ইনশাআল্লাহ বাংলাদেশ ডিনার পার্টি 2020 টেক অ্যাওয়ে বিকজ অফ দ্য লকডাউন আলহামদুলিল্লাহ তখন আপনারা যারা লাইভে আসলাম আমরা বিআরটির পেজের পক্ষ থেকে আপনারা সবাই আন্তরিকভাবে ধন্যবাদ দিলাম সালাম জোন ভাইয়ের পক্ষ থেকে বাংলাদেশ ডিনার পার্টি 2020 পক্ষ থেকে সবারই ধন্যবাদ জানাইলাম. Especially all the viewers that have been watching. Is Nazbai doing the dimbuna? Aminul asking. Nazbai, if you're watching, please answer. Where's the longi and sika genji? The sweat needs to drip into the dishes to add flavor. Oh, that's very interesting. Now we know how Nazbai makes his food very tasty. I think next time, if we're invited to his house, we might just bring our own takeaway with us, basically. Okay. Thank you for that. The Dimbuna stuff is of legends. Someone is commenting. Just to say a big thank you to Abdurrab Aziz, one of the volunteers at the Bangladesh Dinner Party 2020, and of course, Salam Jones by Salam by Amral, and all the volunteers behind the scenes who we couldn't cover today because we're only in one location covering 3 dishes, which was Gwalmas Biran, Mackerel Satni, and Hidol Hutki. There is another, that's 3. There's 7 more dishes, mashallah. So from the 10 dishes, people get to choose 5. And the 6th one is obviously the rice as standard. So everybody has already chosen their menu, and this is what will be provided tomorrow. And all of the funds raised, mashallah, will go through BRT UK, Bangladesh Regeneration Trust, to its education program. One of them is the mid to long term education, which is really serious investment to make a difference in the life of people who are highly talented, yet financially deprived for whatever reason. So they get that support on a consistent basis to see through the whole education journey as much as possible. So if any of you want to sponsor such a student anywhere in Bangladesh, and I suppose maybe a big focus can be in Sylhet, we're able to facilitate that. We need long-term commitments to carry out such a project. And the good thing about that is that, for example, from those students, if someone becomes a teacher, someone becomes a lawyer, engineer, doctor, they're able to impact the lives of not only their own family, but many, if not hundreds, but thousands, inshallah. So, if we're going to make a real difference, we have to invest intelligently to midterm and long-term work for that difference to be made, inshallah. So every penny that you're contributing towards the Bangladesh Dinner Party 2020 takeaway style will go towards that. If you've got general funds that you've raised and you want to add it together, get in touch with the organizers and say, look, I've paid for my ticket, I've paid for my food, and on top, me and my kids, we've raised this amount and would like to add that to the overall funds that you're raising, inshallah, for this great cause. So just to say, on behalf of myself and everyone here, especially Abdurrab Bhai and Salam Bhai, you can see in the distance, as Abdurrab once again, and then there is Salam Bhai in the distance. A big thank you on behalf of BRT UK, and a big thank you to all those who bought tickets to the Bangladesh Dinner Party 2020 takeaway style, which is going to be live tomorrow. You can watch it as well for those who are not able to join, because it's only limited to 150 people and the tickets have been sold out. Look out for the next year's one, which is going to be bigger and something much, much more. Hopefully we'll be out of lockdown and you can physically take part by sitting with your family and friends and enjoying the one in 2021, which will also coincide with the 50 years of the founding of Bangladesh. So that's a big one to look out for. And keep an eye out for BRT UK on its Facebook page and join its work. Do whatever you can to support it on a regular basis. Regular is what they're looking for. If it's small, but if regular, it will make a big difference. Thank you very much once again. My apologies for any technical glitches. And a big thank you to Salam Bhai and Abdurrab for providing the time, providing the opportunity and the wonderful food we had the opportunity to taste, which some of you will taste tomorrow. So, we're very grateful for that, undercover behind the scenes opportunity. And alhamdulillah, just to let you know, it was very tasty. And tomorrow it will be even more tasty. I wish I could have the gualmas now, the mackerel satni now. He just said I could have it raw. That I definitely don't want that raw, especially gualmas biran. You need it to be what it is, with lots of soft caramelized onion to go with it, inshallah, and mackerel satni. I can say Salam Bhai is about to taste maybe the mackerel to see how it. There you go, guys. This is what happens. Bismillah. Thank you so much.
Hello, Avaro. Let me have that taste. Lobonoi. Then he spits it out.
The salt is fine actually.
জাল কেমন হয়েছে ইয়াহিয়া ভাই? আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
Walaikum salam to Ansar Bhai. Thank you for joining us.
জাল কেমন হয়েছে? জাল কেমন হয়েছে?
The zal is reasonable, I would say. Yeah. The B2 chilies, you know those B2, yeah, bird's eye chilies. Sorry, cook Morris. Sorry, bird's eye chilies they call it. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Bird's eye chilies will be roasted, crushed, and then integrated into the mix of the mackerel chutney. So you then realize what zal is really about, inshallah.
I guess the texture is going to be very rich and very hot, I presume.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. So Abdurrab Bhai, once again, he's on a very quiet, silent, but very important job he's doing. He's actually taking out the bones from the mackerel.
Please. That's done, bro. I mean, it's the Johanna, isn't it? Yeah. I would pour and then what?
Mackerel is quite easy to pick and peel, actually. So be careful with that one. There's a right.
It's very unusual. It's very unusual to see two gentlemen actually doing home cooking, specifically in a home kitchen. But this is where we are. Things are changing. Trending are changing.
Oh, there you go. You've just challenged Salam Bhai with this question. Salam Bhai, Ansar Bhai is saying that it's very unusual to see two gentlemen engaged in home cooking.
Where are you from? Birmingham. Right.
No, it's from further up.
Up north. Welcome to London.
North is always 5 years behind.
Oh gosh.
He's from up north.
Oh God, that's fine.
They're always 5 years behind in fashion, technology, everything.
Even the shops, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said, bro, we're trying to keep up with you guys.
He's
We're
from
learning.
Greater Manchester. He's from Greater Manchester.
You brothers are very good influence.
The only way to keep up is to come down to the south, basically.
Manchester's in lockdown. I'm telling you, man, their style and
This is a guy there's a guy talking about Manchester and his whole body is in Manchester, by the way. So if you're watching, if the whole body is watching in Manchester from Ramsey Street, you heard it, yeah? You heard it. And if it's recorded, this live will be available. You can rewind it and actually take the evidence.
Right, whose social body is in Manchester Ramsey Street?
Oh, there's a guy behind the phone, behind the camera, who joined me on this journey to be here, a good friend of ours. His whole body is in Ramsey Street, Ansar.
Is he?
Yeah, it's not Ramsey Street, Australia, I can assure you. It's
No, Ramsey Street in Rochdale, I presume.
Yes, he is right.
I want to see the brother's face. I might know him.
Don, he's a daman from London, one of the Ramsey Street residents, basically.
MashaAllah.
Ramsey
Street is where I grew up, brothers.
Yep. Okay, what we're gonna do, brother Ansar, thank you for joining. We had a very long live. Right at the end, due to battery, obviously cut out. We've come back. A big apology to everyone. But yeah, look, here's a nice fact. A few good Bengali men, definitely. Who says men don't do any cooking? You can clearly see that's happening right now, live here, on behalf of the Bangladeshi dinner party takeaway 2020. Please wear apron and enhance your PPE gear. All right, they've got, yes, Abdurrab has his. Can you show your apron, please? Look at that. That's a denim apron as well. That's a denim apron there. Okay, that's sophisticated PPE, basically. Huh? Right, so we brother Ansar, we're gonna actually say a big thank you to you for joining. We're gonna wrap it up for tonight, inshallah. We're gonna let.
It's a pleasure. I'll be looking forward to Sunday and meeting you, brothers, and tasting all the lovely food. Inshallah.
Make sure you come tomorrow as well. Tomorrow, if you really want the food, then you have to turn up tomorrow.
Tomorrow is going to be a bit of a challenge for me because I got other previous commitments, so I won't be able to make it tomorrow. But Sunday is what I'm looking forward to.
No problem. That's fine. It's not a problem. Thank you very much, and a big thank you to our audience. যারা এখন জয়েন হয়েছেন সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ। আপনারা এটা পরে দেখতে পারবা বিআরটি ইউকে ফেসবুক পেজও, আর অলসো বিদেশি ভাইবস ফেসবুকও পাইবা। আপনারা সানডে বিদেশি ভাইবগুলোকে জয়েন করবা। 10 p.m. আমরা খুব স্পেশাল একজন গেস্ট আসুন talking about the current exam crisis, if you like, exam like never before. Once in a lifetime for many kids who've gone through A levels and GCSE. So we'll be talking to someone who's been involved in education for a long time. So on Facebook, Bideshi Vibes, make sure you join that on Sunday from 10 p.m. in the evening. And tomorrow, the Bangladeshi dinner party. Salam bhai, what time do people begin to pick things up from?
People have been booked in from 2 o'clock onwards.
So from 2 p.m. you will go until.
Sorry, my bad. From 4 till 7:30, people
Okay.
are collecting.
So 4 p.m. till 7:30/8 p.m. latest, probably.
Yeah, they're collecting.
They're collecting.
Nobody can just turn up and
Okay.
go, yeah, I want food.
They have to.
They've had to have bought the ticket.
Yeah. Okay. So this is
up to 2 months in advance.
right. Okay. So people have bought the tickets up to 2 months in advance. If you're one of the lucky ones, please make sure you turn up on time and turn up safely. Have your mask and so on and so forth. Maintain the arrangements that have been arranged by the organizers, and make sure you make a massive contribution, inshallah, towards the good cause that they're supporting this year. So on behalf of BRT UK, on behalf of Salam Jones, on behalf of Abdul Aziz, and myself and everyone behind the scenes working so hard tonight to make it successful, we ask Allah to bless it tomorrow and accept the efforts of all these great community members, our brothers and sisters. Many are rooted in Bangladesh, some are not, but everybody have come together for this great cause, and we're very keen to see it be successful. And inshallah, the fruits of all of that, the income, the funds raised, will go out to Bangladesh to make a difference to the lives of many kids in the student investment program of BRT UK that many of us may never have met, but we are going to be part of making that difference. Once again, thank you, and a big thank you to our technical guy, Brother Mustafa, who you cannot see. Allah seen your effort, and everyone else who's behind the scenes doing some great work to make this kind of work be brought to people. Thank you, Ansar, and take care, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, everyone. That's a
Walaikum
wrap, folks.
assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Spice it up, just stick it in there.